In the remote reaches of northern Wales lies an abandoned house shrouded in obscurity. Once home to the couple George and Rosie, its walls now echo with the ghostly whispers of their past. According to the last calendar date, it became deserted around March 2010 and has since frozen in time like a forgotten relic. As we explore its dilapidated halls, we are confronted with eerie remnants of this couple. Clothes and pictures of George and Rosie still adorn the rooms, while other spaces are cluttered with plastic bags filled with empty dog food tins, a stirring reminder of their faithful companions. Yet, amidst the chaos, we make chilling discoveries.
Oh my gosh, there is a dead, mummified dog inside.
Underneath a dusty bed, we find coffins containing the partly decomposed bodies of their beloved dogs.
Oh my gosh, no way.
In another room, the air thickens with dread as we stumble upon animal skeletons of sheep, victims of a macabre fate met by a chainsaw. As we delve deeper into this morbid abode, we are left with more questions than answers. But one thing remains certain. This abandoned house is a haunting testament to secrets that have lain hidden within the Welsh countryside for years, until today.
Anything?
Get the fuck out, man. No!
Hey Explomers, here's your chance to unlock exclusive perks. Join Explomo's channel memberships today and unlock badges, emojis, shoutouts, early access to videos, access to member exclusive videos, and to our members only the Explomers Discord server.
Your support makes our global adventures possible. Click the join button and become a member.
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Well, we just made it to probably the last location of today. I honestly don't know what this place is like. Never seen any pictures or anything. So yeah, we're just gonna have a look inside. Well, let's make our way inside. We do have some coats still hanging over here. Quite vintage looking wooden coat rack. Wondering if this was also the main entrance. Some more coats hanging here. Looks quite messy on the floor. Even still some dog food over there. So I assume that they had a pet. Floor is caving in there, as you can already see. Well, still a sofa, a lot of plastic bags. Place honestly looks like a mess, but yeah, let's see what's inside. Still an antique clock picture of two girls on a bench with a dog. Well, still some stuff over here. I don't know what actually used to go inside here, but I assume it was probably silverware. Well, we have a newspaper over here dating from August 2001. It's the first date I see now. And also on that little leaflet over there it says 2001. Even some bank receipts. We actually have a name, Mr. George Edwards. Alright, was a man probably living here, maybe together with his wife. Don't know yet, I haven't really found much about the family yet. You can clearly see all the wallpaper peeling down. Have to be careful here with the floor again. It's nearly caving in, so you don't want to step on there. But the place is honestly a mess, guys. Like, look at the kitchen. Why are places over here in the UK so dirty? Like, the floor's completely dirty, stuff's littering everywhere, but then the kitchen cabinet is pristine. It's such a contrast. The locations are very different here compared to locations in Europe. I really find this mess very strange, and I'm just not very used to it. Even in America, I've not seen this a lot. Look at the sewing machine. A lot of garbage bags. Radio cassette recorder. And plenty of dog food. Plenty of dog food. Like, those people clearly had dogs running around here. Also, some medicine over there. I do find this crazy how all the porcelain and chinaware is still so well organized and preserved on those shelves. Also still a very old stove. AH. A bag of cornflakes right next to it. Oh, ceiling is also not in a super condition anymore. You are never alone. Jesus Christ. Whoa, check this out. Actually quite vintage looking. Bucket heater over here. Still some knickknacks, buttons, some glasses. Even this kind of machete. Wondering what that's doing here. Still some biscuits on the ground. Fryer. I'm wondering if the water is still running. Actually, it's not. What the heck is this, guys? My gosh, what is that? Huh? No freaking way. Looks like a dog. Or a goat, I'm not sure. That's crazy. You can still see the spinal cord. Even still the skin. What the heck? I wasn't expecting this to find here. We found so much dog food. I'm wondering where the pets of the owner that actually passed away. This bucket is also full with bones. Why do you find such strange bones and skeletons inside those abandoned places here in the UK? We found the same in the butcher's house that we filmed first on this trip. No way! There's more! What the heck? Oh my gosh, you can see all the ribs, the spinal cord, even a part of the head. Pelvis over there. The entire tail, and look, another bucket that's filled with bones. There's even more skeletons over there. Guys, I do not know what to think. This is very peculiar. Also quite shocking to find. honestly want to know the story of this place. I'm starting to think that the story is rather morbid instead of very joyful. The fridge is also filled with bones and skeletons. That looks like a bird maybe, or a very little dog. Where did we just step into? This is very strange. From the looks of it, this animal has actually suffered. It's dead. Where's the sea? Actually, one of my friends just found something else that's quite shocking but less graphic as the other things you've just seen. So there is this coffin. It's actually not a human coffin, you can probably tell by the size of it, but if I open this, it was actually an animal coffin. And the entire body and everything has like decomposed, and yeah, you can just literally see it's completely digested and decomposed over time. Unbelievable. It's probably even still a name on here. Pip, age 6 I believe, or 8. Pip. It's probably the name of the dog or a cat. Honestly, I can't tell anymore. Well, we do have a little side kitchen over here. Guys, what's actually an awful place? So many dead animals. Can't believe my eyes. Even kind of a butcher's knife over there. A lot of burning wood. Alright. Well, honestly cannot believe what we've just found. Very grim to see. Quite sad. This actually doesn't go to a basement anymore. But we still have the upstairs to check out. Probably some binoculars used to be in there, but I can feel it's empty right now.
I honestly do. I think they've killed all the sheep in that room with the chainsaw or whatever, and then, because look at all the bones, they're all piled up.
Wait, so you think that they killed the animals with a chainsaw and eventually they've eaten them?
Well, I think so, like, yeah, something like that.
Because they're all organised, aren't
To
they?
breathe for a minute, even if I breathe in the dirt.
The animals are all organised, they're all piled up.
That's what I mean, they're all piled up. There's a chainsaw sat next to it.
It's a strange one, isn't it?
It is strange.
This is so grim.
Yeah.
I know, I'm sweating
The
as well.
grim
just
house.
lately. Well, we found out the owners are called Rosie. And what was the other one?
I've
Rosie and-
seen the name of the man, but I forgot it.
George.
George.
Yeah.
George and Rosie. Okay,
Yeah.
I haven't found the name of the woman yet, so George and Rosie.
Yeah,
I really do not know what those people were up to and what they did in their life, but that's wicked.
They were up to something dodgy, mate.
Yeah, definitely something dodgy.
Yeah, I need a bit of fresh
Get
air.
back to yourself too, I think.
Honestly, yeah. Like, that's shocking seeing that. It's really shocking.
It is really shocking. I mean, I will have to need viewer discretion on this video, you know, like.
Definitely.
Yeah, I said that.
Innit? Watching
yeah.
it.
I didn't even know that this was all inside.
Honestly, look at all these old toys, man. They're from like the fucking 60s and 70s and that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, some very
I don't
vintage
really want
looking
to touch and
toys.
stuff.
No, not without glows,
I know,
bro.
yeah. Normally I don't mind, but not today. Little creepy doll there as well.
Yeah. It's actually a little bit creepy since it's like it has such a pale face, you
I
know.
think dolls are always creepy.
I also sometimes
They
somehow
follow-
see the beauty in them. I don't know
They follow you
if they're
about.
like old.
Yeah, well, yeah, I suppose, but they still follow you about. It's the eyes.
Yeah. They have a soul. Well, tiny bathroom over here. Still some grooming products in the drawer. Also this little, I think it's a gas heater and stove. I've never seen it in this shape though. It's quite interesting. So many tiny cobwebs right above our head right now.
It's a good job you're shorter.
Sorry.
It's a good job you're shorter. I keep getting them in my hair all the time.
Yeah, and I'm wearing a hat. It also helps.
Yeah, I forgot that.
Look at this. New forest ponies. Looks like they definitely have some chivalry. Horses probably on their ranch. Well, this is actually, I believe, is a very old typewriter. Little scale over there. Some more vintage toys and even a train track with a set. There's definitely a lot of vintage stuff in here as well. I think honestly this place has been abandoned for quite some time too. Since it's super decayed. Floors are weak, wood is rotten. Ceilings are coming down. Let's make our way to the final floor right now, guys. And I'm pretty anxious to see what we're actually gonna find here. Well, we do have a bedroom over here. Oh, no way. You gotta be kidding me, there's another coffin. Another name on it. It's actually saying 1998. Was born in 1983. So it actually passed 25 years ago. Oh, no freaking way, guys. No freaking way. This pet still has the fur. Still parts of the denture. I cannot believe this, what we are finding here. This is ultimately sad. I hope those are no signs of animal cruelty, but I actually do not think so. Since they are in a coffin and they probably kept them after they passed away in a natural way. But for the sheep and the goats, I honestly do not know. It doesn't seem like those people were very cruel to animals, but at the same time, like Dale says, there is a chainsaw right next to it. I really do not know what to think about this place. I mean, I'm also very sorry if anybody actually feels offended by what he's seeing, but that's why I said before, viewer discretion is advised. We're gonna see dead animals. Well, I actually didn't say before the video, but I recorded that afterwards, since I even didn't know what was inside here. What is this? Part of a car seat? Oh, no way, guys. I believe we even have another coffin over there. Empty though, luckily. This is just a suitcase. Honestly, can't believe my eyes. What I've just seen. I'm like Dale right now. I really need to get back to myself. I'm an animal lover, particularly a dog lover and guinea pig lover, but what happened to those lovely animals? They were probably once their pets. A brother deluxe, typewriter. And we do have some pictures over here of the last residents. The mother together with her son. Looks like the man was actually in the military at some point. This is probably them in their older days. Since if you look to the woman over here,
Rosie
her
and
face is actually familiar, yeah. Rosie and George. Over here as well. My gosh, dog food. Again, it makes sense now why we were finding so much dog food upon entering this place and the kitchen. There's even a freaking bird's nest over here. On top of the spurs. Hanging on this door. 1953 Daily Mirror newspaper. Quite antique vanity. Damn, this place is dirty.
Alright, mate, yeah.
I'm alright, man. Yeah, I'm just a little bit still in shock. Like,
I know.
the pad on the right side with still fur on it.
Have you been in
That
there?
was very graphic, yeah.
What did you look at in there? Did you see on both?
I've seen one.
There's two.
There's another one.
Yeah. Look. That's what. Is that the one you've seen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw a coffin on the left, but there was nothing in there. There was one under the bed?
Yeah, a dog. He was called Bob. Lived from 1983 to 1998. And that's him in there.
No way.
God knows why two people would keep pets under their bed in coffins.
Well, there aren't coffins, so I'm thinking, even since they have like
I'm gonna
this,
put it back down, sorry mate.
that it was probably like their pets.
I know, but why would you keep it under your bed? It's a raw way, like.
Yeah, normally you would bury them, but maybe they wanted
what
them
I
to be
mean,
inside
yeah.
the house, closer to them. I don't know.
But they don't even look airtight.
I don't think they killed them though. I think they died naturally.
I don't think I think they killed the sheep.
The sheep and the goat are
They
a
definitely
different
didn't
story.
kill them. I feel like they've just loved the pets and tried to keep them as close as possible. Which
Exactly, that's what I was thinking
is pretty
too.
sad, but did you see picture these as well? They're like 110 years old.
Crazy. 1912.
And still in perfect condition. It's about the Titanic, right?
Actually strange that those are in such a good condition.
Yeah. What page is it? Saying about its voyage. Disaster. It was reported yesterday has overtaken the great steamer Titanic.
Bro, this is the Titanic.
Yeah. The largest and most luxury-appointed vessel afloat. The liner, which is the latest addition to the White Star Fleet, left Southampton last Wednesday on a maiden voyage to New York and was in the vicinity of the Newfoundland banks to the South Cape when she struck an iceberg.
I can't believe we just have
No
the
way.
front page news of the Titanic right in front of us right
Yeah,
now.
but look, it's 1912. There's stuff here about the war as well.
April 16.
Chamberlain to resign. 1940, just at the end of the war.
I can't believe, like,
But they made
just
that
holding this in
Winston.
my hand right now, you know, like, this is
Crazy,
history,
isn't it? It really is.
and
yeah.
everybody knows about it.
I love the old papers and the portraits. Look, Monty attacks in Egypt once more.
Wow.
Sunday Pictorial. I've never even heard of that paper. It must be old. And I've heard of these ones, the Daily Mail and stuff, but...
Yeah,
Daily
yeah.
Mirror, look at that again. Britain's magnificent Atlantic air triumph. First time they flew these type of planes. The Vickers Vimy Rolls machine.
I remember that
and
plane.
they went on to make Rolls Royce.
That's the brothers, right?
Yeah, yeah. Because they make a lot of plane engines, don't they?
They were one of the
Rolls-Royce.
first to fly, right?
Yeah, yeah. That's them there, the pictures of it.
Crazy.
That is insane, isn't it?
What date is this?
That one's
1919.
1919. Yeah, so they all vary.
The Vickers Finney Rolls machine.
Yeah, so it would have been them who made that, then went on to make the Rolls Royce. And then they started making engines for like jumbo jets and stuff now.
This is what I'm saying, like, even though the abandoned locations in the UK are more messy and stuff is littering the floor,
aren't
there is
That's why-
so much interesting stuff if you look through the mess.
they? Yeah, I was
You gotta
kinda
try to see the
worried.
beauty in the stuff that's in there, you know?
I was kind of worried when you said you were coming over, and I was thinking, oh, it's not like, you know, like France and that here.
No,
you
but
know
I'm
that
in
yourself.
history
You've been-
enthusiast,
yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Like, it's about the stuff you
That's
find.
it, yeah, and that's super cool. I think that's really
Although,
interesting.
I was not waiting to see, like, what we've seen with the
Yeah, no,
dogs
yeah. I
and
was
the,
just
and the
about to
other
say,
animals.
but this is super cool, but the animals aren't, so I think I'm
Yeah.
going to make a move out of this room, mate.
I'm also almost finished.
Oh yeah, I'm going to go and get a couple more shots and get some fresh air, so
Yeah.
I'll leave you to finish up.
Well, the final room, guys. It was actually a nice intermezzo with Dave. It's not a bad room. I think the most pristine bedroom, actually. If you can even call it pristine. 2010 over there on that calendar. It's the most recent date I've seen. So that's probably also the date of last residence. I think this was part of an instrument. Oh, even some bullet shells over here. And still woman's clothes inside this moldy wardrobe. Crazy. So that was it for this video. In the end, I found out I didn't film an intro.
I'm sorry if it felt like I rushed through this place a little bit, but like Dale, I felt quite uncomfortable, and when he joined me in the last, I actually was quite happy because I was feeling that I wanted to leave, get fresh air. You can probably imagine the smell inside of here, if not the graphic things that we found. Yeah, just leave your thoughts in the comment section. I hope nobody's really offended. That's why I also did the viewer discretion in the introduction. And yeah, guys, I mean, unfortunately, this is also part of exploration. Like to keep it real. Didn't try to focus too much on the dead animals and the shocking things that we did find inside. But I hope you still appreciate the tour. And if you did, you know the drill as always. Please hit the like button and subscribe down below. And leave that opinion and your insights and commentary right in the comment sections right down below. We read all of them, also try our best to reply to most of them. Also, we just launched channel memberships as a nice way to receive exclusive perks when you support us, and in that way we are also able to travel more intercontinentally to, for example, Asia, where we've never been. That's a plan we have in the upcoming months, but that won't be possible without your support. We're also working hard on member exclusive videos, so also definitely check out these channel memberships. We think it's worth it, and if it's not worth it already for you, we're gonna try to make it worth it nonetheless. And yeah, I hope you all have a wonderful week, guys, and yeah, hope to see you again at the next episode. Peace out.